Today we're going to build this insane looking police station here in Theme Park Tycoon 2. We begin with making the base of the building, so we know a little bit how the building needs to look. I'm using a lot of inspiration from Google and all of your guys' comments. So if you want to comment one of your ideas or things that you like to see in one of these videos, please say it in the comments. When I'm done with making the base, I'm going to color everything and going to add some details already. So I know already a little bit what and how I really want it. And that details get more and more. And we're going to make some windows on some places. These windows are nothing much special, but I do really like them. And we will of course make the front door, so everyone knows where they can go inside. I make of course the outside first, so we know how we can decorate the inside. I made a lot of letters by myself, what later will spell police. And I will place that on the building of course. I made a flag on top of the building. I don't really know why, but it made the roof a little bit better. I made some side doors and windows that are not really going to open or close. They are there just to be there and fill up the empty space. I did some subtle texture on the brick sides. I think with this little darker spot, it's looking very good. And that's really it for the outside. I did some last final checks and yeah, I do really like how this build is turning out. We're now going to build the inside. It's a little bit more difficult, but I do think it's also possible. Let's go directly into the second time lapse. And if we go into the second time lapse, that means that we go building this time the inside. I made the inside hollow so we can build something inside. That was a little bit of a pain to do because the way I built something, but yeah, sure, it's good enough. I made some extra walls on the inside, so the inside is getting its own wall. And I think that's a cool thing, that the in and outside has two different textures. And after making a lot of walls and make that look good, we're going to begin with the first area. We have painted the floor first and begin with the first area of this inside. Because we begin with making the prison area or something of this building. It's not that big, but I do think it's good enough. It's like one prison thing, but yeah, sure, it's good. I placed the jail bars, or I don't know how you call them, but I placed them inside and I made the door as well. Then I made a cool looking shelf with some books on it. I made a bed in the jail. That's just the most last thing I can do for fulfilling it. And I think this is looking already very good. As fast as we go further with making the desk, where maybe you can ask for some information or for anything you want. I made as well a monitor, maybe for cameras or for other things. I copied some desks over to this more of an office place. It's a little bit dark and not that good, but I had too much room. I don't know how a police station is looking actually. So I just searched up something and I get 20,000 desks. So I built there an office thing. I made as well some weird board. I think that's looking alright. It's not that crazy. And I will make a statue in the middle. Maybe there's a police officer or something, some guy who did a good job. I don't really know, but he's looking cool. I placed everywhere some lights and that's really it already. Okay, we are back now. And I do really like how this build turned out. A lot of things were a little bit difficult to do, but I do really like it. And yeah, without further ado, let's go to the end result. But before we do that, I want to give a little shout out to the Theme Park Tycoon 2 workshop. The workshop features hundreds of different blueprints made by other users. Everything is free to use. You can even upload your own models and stock to other players for helping in your park or just for a cool review. Go to www.themeparktycoon2.com right now, and yeah, that's just it. It's free. And now we can go on to the final result. Okay, and after that end result, I hope you like this build, and talking about likes, like this video and subscribe, because I know if you are not subscribed. Bye!